Testing 1 2 1 2 testing 1 2. Can you hear me loud and clear, or do I need to speak up? Testing the mic. Yes, we're good. I think we're good. Fallout 4, Far Harbor. Hey guys, welcome to the stream. I have a couple of things going on. Somebody had commented and they would really like to see some script stuff, which I agree with them. But they had a little challenge, or I took it as a challenge at least, to make kind of a basic quest where somebody approaches. Well, I'll explain it while we do this thing. So let's switch scenes and let's get right to it. Let's just jump right to it. Clean gaming. If I look like I slept on my face, it's because I did. I slept on my face. So I'm not gonna do anything with this. I'm not gonna extend this out as it's. I think it's big enough for us to do everything that we need to do, which is the basic quest. Italian lemonade, San Pellegrino's. It is an Italian tradition. I love the blood orange and orange. It's super good. I love San Pellegrino's. If I could get them to sponsor me, I could die happily. First, I'm going to build like a jail cell, but it's not going to be anything special. It's just going to be kind of a jail cell that's, you know, that you're housed in. That's kind of the challenges. Not really the challenge, but that's what was wanted to be seen as how this stuff happens. So we're going to convert this into a door. Go to right click, create door. Teleport my guy in there. Let's make a door. Let's see what kind of door I want. Ooh, a big dungeon door. Let's do that one. You know what? No, let's not do that one. Let's just give it a really weak... No, that one sucks. Does it really matter what kind of door I choose? Probably not. Prison bar door. There it is. That's well, right there. I don't think you could walk through that. I don't think this is gonna stop anyone, but I think it might stop somebody. Oh, look at that! You will walk right through it. That's okay. Well, you know what the easiest way to do that with is just closing it in game. So the quest is, the thing is, I'm gonna put in another NPC here. Somebody had wanted to just create somebody. Yes. Yes. This music is epic. Somebody had wanted to see how something like, imagine you're in a jail cell and then somebody approaches you and says, hey, I'm getting you out of here. And then they open the door and lead you out, you know. So that's kind of where we're going. So I'm just gonna put human, get a human out. Let's get a civilian. Female civilian looks good. That's fine with me. We're going to rename her to Buddy so we could remember. Display name, my buddy. This name is different though. This is not a display name. This is this name right here. Just the name is actually the name you're going to use in scripting. So Buddy is good enough right there. Now you don't want any spaces, so you don't want a space in there. Underscore if you want to make space. I never do underscores. If I wanted to say my buddy, I capitalize buddy, just like that, one word. When you do enough scripting and when you do enough naming like this, it can get really difficult to unlearn that, because you start to type like that in chat and other things, and so it's be aware. Now another thing that we want is there's several ways of doing this. This could be locked, right? And does it require a key? It is not a key for one. Does it require a key? If you want it to be locked, say no key, lock level, let's say 3, right? So let's go back to that and try to open it, and it's locked. You see that? Locked. You can open, but it's locked. I don't think I have a lock pick, so it won't be able to open, right? So that's if you want something to be locked. Let me see if lock picks exist in here. Yes, a tool, lock pick. Let's put one down right here and see if we can use a lock pick to open this door. How about we pick it up? So now we could lock pick it, and she's going to try to do it. Probably going to fail because she doesn't have any lock picking skills. Thievery too low. You can't handle my name. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You did not miss it. You just in time, buddy. So I made a locked door. Thievery skill is too low for me to lock pick it, which is fine. You can, in fact, make this the no key, right? So it's locked. You could raise this level to 99, so there's no way in hell anyone can lockpick this, right? Any amount of, you know, at least at the start, you know, you could probably level up or cheat and get it going, but that's not gonna do anything. So no key is the way to go. It's gonna remain locked. Here's my NPC named Buddy. And what Buddy's going to do is approach you and talk to you. Now, there's also, like I said, several ways I could do this. I can do, like, you're in the jail cell, you're waiting, and you know, as soon as you try to use the door, that's when the NPC triggers to move to you. Or to this spot. I could say, let's put a point trigger down, because that's kind of the easiest, because you don't have to assign anything. You just say character move to point trigger, and that's where she'll, as soon as the character reaches the point trigger, she'll start dialogue with you. And the reason for that is so she's not like, she's not running to the wall here and starting dialogue. She's literally going to the door, right? And if you say go to the door, she'll kind of want to be inside the door. It's kind of weird. So you want to have a target location. So I use a point trigger for that. If you want to do something like pick a random spot, then you want to use a box trigger, right? And so like she'll pick a random spot in this box trigger, but later. This is called an area trigger. It's not an event trigger. Event triggers are different. This is a box trigger. It just, you have information within this box that you want to use. So don't use an event trigger and a box trigger for things. You need to know the difference between the two. Event triggers trigger events when something gets in it. A box trigger is if you want to gather information from this box. So one of the things that I use this for is get a random location inside this trigger. So it'll just pick a random location, and that's where a character will move to for battles. Let's say that I have that going on in a lot of my scenarios. If you want something to move to, you could utilize it for a lot of things. If let's say if there's an object inside the box trigger, let me undo it so I could show you. If there's an object inside, like I have things that somebody puts boards in to a certain location, and when all of the objects are in this box trigger, then something else happens. The werewolf that's behind a door starts bashing at the door to get out. So that's what happens there. So you can utilize a box trigger for a lot of things, but it's not an event trigger. Okay, delete. All right, back to this. One thing that annoys me about Divinity Engine 2 DE version is these selectors are now over here, and when you select it, it doesn't actually indent. For me, at least, it doesn't. It might for you, but it doesn't for me. It's kind of annoying because I don't know which tool I'm on when that happens. One thing to also get used to is using your keys. So if you have something selected, 1 is your selection, regular selection, 2 is move around, 3 is rotate, 4 is expand. 5 is typically this guy right here. Oh no, wait, this is 5. 5 is your place new object. Sorry, my bad. 6 doesn't really, I don't know if it goes to 6, but 6 is something, this opens up in certain values, so like a trigger or something that has bounds, such as a trigger. Or a terrain or something like that. You hit this and you'll see your bounds you could expand off of. Okay, deselect all. All right, so we're good here. And the next thing I want to do is kind of test this. So let's kind of get an order of operation going on here. The only time that she's going to approach this trigger point, and let's call this something else instead of point trigger. Let's call it buddy point. Let's call it that. All right. Let me know if the music is too loud, by the way. So buddy point is good. Let's call this door something else. Let's call it prison door. Okay, and this is for naming's sake. The display name, like I said before, is different than the actual name here. The name here is for scripting and coding and all that stuff. This is the display name. This is what displays when you hover on your, like over the thing. It says iron door right there. So you could call it penis head, and it'll, you know, let's give you an example. Okay. All right, there. Penis head. Are you sure you want to save that? Yes. So it's still iron door. I guess it doesn't want to be called anything other than iron door. No. Did I change it? Did it get changed? Nope, it didn't. It did. Yeah. Well, that's what it's supposed to say. Is penis head. Okay. Buddy, I think is still buddy. My buddy. Let's look at that. If I could hover over her. My buddy. Okay, there it is. So display name is that. Very poor example on the iron door, but that's how it works. All right, order of operation. Again, so you use the door. When you use the door, NPC comes to the point trigger. When the NPC reaches the point trigger, once the NPC reaches this point trigger, she will initiate a conversation with you. The conversation will go, hey, I'm here to get you out of here. once that conversation is over, no matter what you say, no matter what you do, doesn't matter if you say, nah, man, doesn't matter. Once that conversation's over, this door opens, right? Now, it's a locked door, and you're like, well, how the hell do you open it? It's not a big deal. Don't worry about that. Show you in coding. And I have to kind of remember myself. I think it's just item open or something like that. Or some crap like that. Now, there is several ways of doing this too. Maybe you can assign this door a key. Instead of no key, you could say special key. And you can give the special key to the NPC. Now, if you don't want to give her a special key, if you don't want to say, oh man, I don't know how to do that, you could have her simply pick it up on the way there. Or you could have her approach, talk to you, hey, I'm going to get you out of here. Then once the dialogue is over, she'll go over and pick up the key, which is named special key, and then go use it on the door to open the door for you. And that would probably make more sense to see that, because that's like, oh, hey, you know, there's the key. It's out of my reach, but this lady can do it, you know. So there's several ways of doing this. This is the short way to just have it magically open, right? I usually try to do it the long way. I try to have it so they go and actually get this thing that needs to open the door. So we could do it both ways. It's not a problem. Okay, so anyways, after the door opens, she'll probably want, you know, to run off with you or something. Maybe she'll join your party. Maybe she'll just follow you, you know, or you follow her. Who knows? If you follow her, you won't be able to control. Yeah, you know it. If that's what you're looking to do, yes. So I could do that. That's not a problem. And all you need to do is just pick a key, whatever key it is, right? Set it down, set it off over here somewhere. So let's do that. Instead of no key, let's drop this down to 1. Let's call this special key. So this is the ID. Special key is the ID that is required to open this door. Now that we selected the key, display name is key, that's fine. Let's call it the special key. And we're going to give it the ID as well, the key ID. Key, yes. Key ID, special key. All right, so this is saying that this is the key. And this is the special key. All right, you can't unlock this thing. It's just the way it is. So movable, yes, movable. No gravity. No gravity means that it'll hover. You could have it floating and it'll just hover there. You don't really need anything else. It's a key. It's a fucking key. So, all right. Make sure that this door. Some doors are really wonky, and they don't have. So use action, secret door, false. Okay, that's good. You have a destroy parameter. So there's some things like this, you know, you'll add. So this is not a secret door. If you had it true, then it would be a secret door. It's something that would appear as a secret door. So I'm going to cancel it just so it doesn't screw anything up. Okay, so now the order of operation is once you approach the door, try to use the door, then she approaches, talks to you, ends the conversation, gets the key. Once she gets the key, she goes back and unlocks this door, uses it on this door, thus making this door open for you. All right. After the door opens, she could initiate another conversation, and maybe it's something like follow me or this way or something like that. And if that happens, let's say, oh, come this way. I'm going to use another point trigger. and have her. Actually, you know what? Let's do the box trigger just because I want to show you the example of, you know, the whole thing with the box trigger. Box trigger. Let's expand it a little bit because I want it to be kind of there. So box triggers are important. These kinds of triggers are important. If you see what I'm doing here, so you notice this has top, bottom, sides, all sides. It can be adjustable. In order for an event to trigger, a box trigger to work with your character, the feet must be inside of this whole box trigger. So move it down. If you want to see the specific thing of where your box trigger is, so that floor you see of the box trigger needs to be below the terrain floor. Just click this little guy and it'll show you, and it's this right here. Switch selected to selected trigger visibility, right? Just so you could see the bounds really quick. So the feet must touch inside that box trigger or event trigger for it to work, for it to fire up. All right, so basics there. Let's call this an area trigger or random box. I might not remember that. I think a random box is actually good. You guys will remember that. Random box, that's what it's called. Now you notice there's no display names or anything else outside of that. It's just a simple thing. It's just an area trigger with nothing else, which is fine. I don't even think, is it global? I don't think it can be global because it's literally, oh yeah, it is global right here. You can use global on that. So if anybody's confused about global, that means that it's inner level. And what I mean by inner level is it can be used between loading screens. Oops, sorry, I'm getting drop frames that I wasn't aware about. Hopefully, hold on a second, guys. Let me make sure nothing's going on. Drop frame strikes again. Dropped frame strikes again. Not sure what the dealio is. But here we go. Once again, drop frames. Dropping frames. Let me just wait it out here. Making sure that if you guys are noticing some loading stuff, I apologize. It looks like it's a little bit laggy on the output on my side. This is Alaska, man. It'll happen. Typically shouldn't happen on Sundays, which I'm kind of peeved about. Usually this doesn't happen on Sundays, or does it happen on Sundays? I don't know. Usually happens on Tuesdays when Windows tries to update. Maybe I have an update coming or something. Let me exit some of this stuff. Oh, what? No, can't do that because am I downloading something? I shouldn't be downloading anything. Right? Okay. Looks like we're still dropping frames like mad. Hey, whatever. It's gonna happen. Let's call it random box. So this is where she's gonna land, and hopefully you guys can keep up a little bit. It's gonna be super lag behind, and I apologize. It's buffering as much as it can. Hopefully it catches up soon. At any rate, she is going to go to that box trigger. and there's going to be some bad guys waiting. Let's call upon the dogs. Doug. Let's just have a couple of dogs out here, guard dogs. So this little box trigger, you know, I don't think it's big enough for the two of them. I'm gonna actually make it bigger. What I mean by the two of them is, I mean the two factions that are about to fight. Man, I'm really bummed out about this drop frame right now. I'm at 10%, and it just keeps rising. It looks like every frame is dropping. Let me know if it's unbearable. I'm not sure what's going on. Hopefully it could catch up for you guys. All right, at any rate, we're going to continue. I'm just going to try to push through and ignore it. It really breaks my heart when that happens. It's like the lousiest thing in the world to have a dropped frame starting right when you're, I don't know, in the good stuff. And so once she enters this area, she's gonna pick a spot in here, and do some things. These guys are not gonna do anything yet until an event trigger happens. This is where it's gonna be different. So an event trigger, when you have an event trigger, and I'm probably gonna extend this all the way out so you could see how this stuff works. People can get around event triggers in Divinity and things like that. If people know where the event triggers are, you could get around it. Man, I'm getting warnings. Yeah, warnings left and right. I've exceeded 10%. Yes. All right, this is going to be called the crossroad, or the crossing. We'll just call it the crossing for now. Of course, you're going to want different kinds of names for all this stuff. You're going to want to call it different things, like okay, as long as it's okay. Hopefully it tapers off and is smooth, but like right now it's kind of, it looks like it's stopped, so it might pick back up, and I apologize again, but hopefully that tapers off. I dropped a total of 8,621 frames, which is kind of a lot, but that's what happens. All right. At any rate, this is the difference. The box trigger is where she's going to go, and these guys are going to go. This event trigger, what the heck? Sorry about that. I selected the terrain, that's what it was. The event trigger is going to cause this. So when I cross that event trigger, that's when these dogs are going to attack or turn evil and then pick a spot. Or, sorry, they're going to pick a spot, then turn evil, and then combat will initiate. That kind of thing. So they'll you know, surround you, or they'll pick a random spot within this thing too. So this is kind of a way to randomize battles. You know, have your guys go to a random little spot in a box, and then they start, you know, doing their thing. So we have some layout stuff. Okay. So I think that ought to do it. Let's call these jail dogs. Source Hound. Let's call this Jail Dog 1. And this Jail Dog 2. All right. You could call it a Source Hound. You could do whatever you want up here, dickhead, if you want. I don't care. All right. So we got all this stuff. Let's save it. You don't have any weapons. These guys are going to be... you could select multiples, which is a good way to you know, to do stuff, just so you know. it says over here level override -1 because their stats, this is in stat editor, their current level is 2. We want them down to 1. We want them at level 1. We're going to override them to level 1. Okay. And so they're going to be a little bit weaker than, you know, that you typically are. So that's probably good for that. Saved, good. I think that ought to do it for just this basic little thing. I think that should be good. We could start story editor. Actually, let's do dialogue editor first because we're gonna have to build this anyways. Okay, so first thing we do is make a greeting, and we're gonna have to edit the speakers. So add a speaker, the first guy, and you see all this stuff is because I'm using story script, and the reason I did that is so you can learn. It's an educational thing. So we're looking at Buddy, my buddy right here. That's a speaker. She's a speaker. Add her. Good. Also add yourself, players. So the group players should be added when somebody's speaking to you. If you have an automatic dialogue going on, then you don't have to have it necessarily. But automatically, look at that. And this is the order it should go. First NPC, then you. All right. So here's your buddy. If you did it the other way, the greeting would be initiated by you. You double click that, add something, and the buddy will say, "Hey man, I'm here to get you out of here. Looks like the cops rolled you up. Something fierce." I don't know how to spell fierce. Is it F-I-E or F-E-I? Bro. Fierce. Whatever. Looks like the cops rolled you up something fierce, bro. All right. Looks good. So from here, you could be like, my apologies. From here, you could ask a question, which is those little questions that you see in dialogue. Be like, "What's up, bro?" Now, obviously, that's not a question, right? But that's something you could say in reply. Another question is like, Hey man, I appreciate it. All right. So if you want multiple things, if you want different things that you could say, add this thing and it'll randomize what you choose, right? It'll kind of randomize like how you say it and what you say. And so it just kind of adds a little difference, you know, to what's going on. So you could be like, all right. Let's go. I like your hair today. It's cool, man. I don't know why I chose like stoners, but worst storytelling you've ever seen. Well, yeah, it is. So answer. Enough with the chit chat, bro. Let's get out of here, man. Oh, let's just get out of here. So if you want both to go to this dialogue, you just connect it. Once this completes, end node, and that's it. You're done, right? So you could add some flags and stuff, but I could go over that a different time. Where the dialogue can get very, very, very interesting. Like she can join you as a party, that kind of thing. But let's keep it basic for now. That could be very expensive as far as time goes. Save as. I've called this playground. It's going to save in your playground or your mod, story, dialogues. That's where it's going to save. And it's going to be data mods, your data mods section, not your engine section. So this is, let's call it Bro Talk. And I'm going to copy this because, yeah, that's gonna happen. Okay, save that, good to go. All right, Bro Talk going on. Deselect all. I think we're done with that. Let's open up Story Editor. Story Editor doesn't like to be opened. Okay. All stories go into your __ start. So you're going to add new sub item, add new item. Or is it sub item? Is it sub item or item? I think it's sub item. Let's call this quest begins. Yep, sub item. Quest begins. Now you're going to start typing away and you're going to be like, where the shit is my buddy? Oh, it's there. They're there, I guess, already. That's interesting. Usually that doesn't happen, but if it doesn't show up, all you do is generate definitions. It's going to generate all the names, everything that you need. Okay, so she frees you and she joins your party and helps you escape the dungeon. Yes. Okay, so that's going to be a little more taxing. There's some stuff there, and I'll show you how to do that, which is not a problem as well. We don't need to do anything here for that, just so you know. All right, so I'm going to explain the 3 blocks you got going on here. The init section, the initialization section. We don't have to do anything here. If you want to assign the dogs a, I want to say a group, you can do that here. Which we actually should do that. So these hound dogs, these little dogs here, the jail dogs, DB, I don't know, let's call them dogs. And let me see if I can remember how to do this. Is a character, GUID, and then dogs, I think it is. Jail dog. Why do I have a duplicate? 2 DB _ dogs. GUID. Oh, you know, you don't have to have that second one if you don't want, but I always do. If you'll notice, jail dog 1. They changed a couple of things in Divinity Engine DE. One of the things is how control space works. It'll kind of jump to the first, the closest match right away. Sometimes if you only have one item, like let's talk about the special key here. The special key, sometimes it'll just fill it in. So let's do that. All right. So if you're missing a portion of this, you press Control. Oh, I guess not. Never mind. It did it with me the other time. In another mod. It just kind of fills in automatically some stuff. All right. We've assigned this, and I'm pretty sure I did this right. If not, we'll know. But I think this is right. What I'm doing is Jail Dogs 1 and Jail Dogs 2, or Jail Dog 1 and 2, are now in a database called dogs. All right. We're going to use this later on. So order of operation. If something happens, if a character used item, right? So which character? _player. Player. Which item? Door. That's not going to be good enough. What is it? Jail door? No. Prison door? What the hell do we call that door? This is where things get rough for me. Is what is it? Prison door. Jeez Louise. Prison door. Okay, good enough. All right, then we're gonna have some stuff start to happen. Character move to position. Move to position. How about move to... I think move to position could be good. No, wait, no. Move to. We're not going to do position. We're going to... Or maybe move to trigger. Yeah, trigger might be good too. This is a point trigger, so we're going to have point trigger. You could also just have move to, because the character can move to the target, right? GDY string, which is the point trigger, right? Or you could just have them move to the trigger. I think either one will do. Move to is more for like items, like it's going to move to the jail door or something like that. But you want them specifically standing, specifically in places. So it's, you can get really weird results if you use move to an item, if it's not, if you're not kind of already aligned. Let's try trigger out real quick here. Also, I want to kind of go over the colors. So purple is your event. This is something that happens. If something happens, the event happens, is purple, the event. Always in the beginning. Unless it's proc. Things are different with the proc. So if purple, then green. Green is always the end result. This is something that happens. There's something else, but I will get to that later. All right, so your character, which is your player. Oh, no, not player, sorry. So who moves to there? It's your buddy. My buddy moves to, oh, there's the autofill that I was talking about. Control space, autofill. And they're going to go to, what was that point? It was a trigger point or end point. What was it? What do we call it? Point. See, this is where naming gets really important. Buddy point. Of course. I just realized you guys probably can't see the text. I'm going to make it big enough so I could see all of the stuff here. Because that's a problem when I don't remember what's what. So have the world. I'm going to increase the font size here so you can see it. And how you do that is control and then scroll up. It's going to get a little hectic because there's going to be some scrolling going on. So my buddy is going to move to buddy point. Oh, did we use move to? Trigger, no. Item GUID. We don't need an item GUID. That's going to be blank. We're just going to call it nothing, right? Underscore, whatever. Trigger is going to be buddy point. And it kind of auto, like, oh, this is what you want. Integer amount, nothing. And then a string event, we're not going to put anything there. And close it out. You could put an underscore here if you want, but I'm not sure if you should. We'll see. We'll see. That might just mean null. I hope that's what that means. Null. You might not even need to include it. But if you need to know the order of operation of how things should be, it's right up here. So the call is character move to trigger. You define your character, comma. If you have an item, possibly, not really sure, or you want the item to go with you or something, I don't know. The trigger name, integer amount, I don't know what that is, and string event. This might be a little too confusing. Let's just go with move to, because I think move to, oh, character move item to, that's the problem. That's, of course, that's going to be, okay, there we go. You know what? I didn't read that all the way. Yes, you're gonna. That's why I was like, item. What the hell? Yes, the character is gonna move an item to that trigger. That makes sense. Okay, here's different. Character The target is going to be buddy point. Are they running? Whether or not they're running. And it's a Boolean expression. Yes, 1. String event, we're not going to have anything. And increase speed? No increased speed. They're just going to run the way they always run. All right, so this ought to be okay, right? Let's actually, no, it's not going to be, but let's build it. Worst storytelling I've ever seen. Error reported. Parameter 4 is an unbound variable. That is not. Oh, database defined but never checked. Database. Never checked. I'll have to look that up. I forgot how to type those out. Parameter 4. Oh, whoops. This is supposed to be like that. I forgot. String events. A string is, if it's a blank string, just have a double thing. If you want an event name, you just ask face. That's going to be the event name that something happens, but we're not going to have an event there. But this should have also brought up more errors. For one, character used item player. This doesn't define the player. Saying this is a player doesn't define the player. This is just giving the name to whatever the character. It could be, it's just a placeholder. We want only the character or the player to use that item. As it stands right now, anybody can use this prison door and open, and do stuff. But that's not what we want. We want the player. So, and character is player 1. So what that means is this player is going to be the player. Yes, he is a player. This is only the player. The character that you're moving is a player. This is the player. And this is the only person that's allowed to open this door. Now you could say this could be anything again. This placeholder, ass face, butthole, player. This could be, but this needs to match. Okay. Character's player? Yes. Okay. When the player opens the prison door, uses the prison door, that's when character moves. Now I'm going to look up real quick some stuff. So here's how you db underscore, let me see if I could let's go with humans, find all. This is how you figure out some of the scripting stuff. Ooh, I guess they don't have humans listed. Maybe B. Maybe there's B. Some under B. All right, might have luck here. Okay. Oh, it is. Yeah, that's exactly how I have it. It should be fine. That's weird. Why didn't it work? db underscore whatever. Oh my god, duh. The error, the error is saying we have the database, but you're not using it in the knowledge base. KB means knowledge base. Yes, that's what that means. Yes. Okay. New thing with DE, that they give you this little flaggeroni here. They're just like, hey, by the way, just so you know, you have database stuff and you're not using it anywhere. Might want to use it somewhere. Or if you're not using it, comment it out, that kind of thing. Commenting it out means / here. You could also do block comments if you need to. Okay, we know this. That's okay. So first things first, let's test if this works. Let's actually test it. Let's build and reload. It's going to build a big old story for us. A giant freaking story. Errors reported. That's fine. Building failed. Story load. Building failed. Let's see why. Okay, it's because of this. Let's ignore. Check all. Let's ignore that next time we build. So it ignores this error. So it's not trying to compile this as well. So we're gonna build it again and hopefully succeed this time. Success. Perfect. Okay. Now that we've done it, let's play it. Let's see if it can. It actually works. Okay. Use this item. Nope. Does not work because, like I knew it, you have to do this too. You always have to reload the story and script. If I went too fast, I'll do it again. I'll show you where to do it. I'm not going to actually reload it again. The way I did it was reload, level, and story. So another thing. Hold on here. Another thing is my start point is a little off. Light probe. Let's move. Let's move all those start points to. Can we move them? Can we rotate? What's going on here? There we go. Let's move them over here. Sometimes you need to do it this way. Let's move all the start points over here. So when we play and reload, we actually start inside the jail cell. All right, let's play it and see what happens. All right, the lockpicks, I'm gonna leave there. You know, maybe people. So let's go. Up, locked. It's not happening. Your person comes to the trigger. Congratulations, that fired up. Great, perfect. Okay, next, moving on. Okay, so if character I think it's I'm trying to remember if character not moved. It's a arrives or something like that. Let me find it. I'm a little rusty. I was looking at the greens on accident here. If character moved item, nope, that's not what I want. Enter trigger, no. If character, I think enter trigger might work, but we'll see. This is the fun part, scrolling through this crap. Where the hell is it? don't think it's at the top. I think it might be moved to, if character moved. Let's see. If character arrived? No. Went? Nope. Character came on the spot. Whoa, let's get carried away. Okay. Selected. I think it's entered, maybe. Entered. Trigger. Let's go with trigger. Maybe that might actually work. Character enter trigger, my buddy. Yes, this one. When that thing pops up, you can't use control space because it doesn't do anything. Okay, if they entered trigger buddy point. Okay, and this one's pretty simple. Buddy point. Then character talk to, or is it character talk? No. Character start dialogue? No. Start dialogue, maybe? Let's look up dialogue. Oof, they kind of changed how this works too. Usually you could get a search for everything that has dialogue in it. Character move to and talk, and it kind of, I guess, has it, but that's not what I want. Maybe start dialogue works. Let's see. Let's start point. I don't know if it's enter. Let's look. No, there's no enter dialogue here. Enter combat. Maybe it's under proc start. This is interesting. They had a proc start dialogue. It just started dialogue. Request stop for dialogue. Request stop. That's not what I want. See, move to and talk doesn't really... doesn't help me. Unless they changed how they renamed dialogue. Maybe it's not. Let's look at talk. Move to and talk. That's all they have for talk, huh? What's going on? That's a very short list. You don't need this move to part. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Because they're not moving anywhere, maybe they're just kind of using it on a global basis. Let me look at some stuff here. Proc underscore start dialogue. Let's see if they're even using it. I know I used it. I use it all the time. Yeah, definitely came back with a lot of stuff. Yep, here it is. proc start dialogue. So it does exist, and this is exactly what I want. I want this proc because it's way easy. There it is. Okay, well, I guess it wasn't just searchable for some reason. Maybe generate definitions on that? I don't know. Hopefully that'll work. I just don't understand why. Okay, there we go. Hey, it's there. That's fine with me. +5 overloads. Call. Okay, doesn't matter. Integer, I just put 1. You know, whatever. And then string, and then GDY string. So hold on now. How do they use it? Oh, okay, you can continue on with stuff. All right, so I want the, nope, not that one. Oh, what do we call it? Bro. What do we call it? Bro talk? I don't remember. Super important to find those out. Bro talk it is, yes. Copy that. Bro talk. You don't need the .lsj or whatever that was. You just need the string name. And you want the my buddy to initiate conversation with player. Yep. And then always remember to close it out after you're done. That little semicolon. Close it out. So when the character enter trigger, hopefully this works, the buddy point, then you'll start to talk, the conversation, the my buddy talk. Let me make sure that that's all that's needed. It looks like it is. And the way I do this is I look at how they use it. So they have 1. I'm not sure what the 1s or 0s stand for. The integers, what they do. But hey, whatever, man. Put 1, 0, whatever. It might be an ID or something. False, yes, no, I don't know. Okay. Yep, so this guy, Wendigo, talks to lower deck officer. That's what's going on. And then if you want to know how it's, oh, automated. Whoops, is it automated? No, it's not automated. Let's go to 0 on that. It is not an automated dialogue. That's what it is. So it'll tell you what's going on with these, how they're used. So you could have dialogue between 1 person. You could have 2 people. You could have 3, 4, 5 people, whatever. You know, up to 6 people can be in a dialogue on this start dialogue, on this proc, which is awesome. Okay. So I think this is good. We're going to actually define the player again. And it's easy. Just copy, paste, just like that. We're defining this player because it's undefined right now as it stands. And we might even have to do another one. And db underscore is player. And then player. Might do that because it's helpful. Because it'll add, what this does is it adds the player to the DB as player and then defines the player, you know. So this might be unnecessary, but we'll see. We'll see when we build it. When we build it, we build it. We'll see what happens. Errors reported. Okay, let's check out the errors. Okay, character is player, unbound variable, the this object, rule skipped. Because we need to add them to the database. Build it. Success. All right. So if you notice the difference, characters player, player here, but we didn't need to add this database because player was already, it was in the event, right? But when it's in a call, anywhere below, define it in a database, okay? Because if you notice, the player's not in the event stack. Close this out. If you need to close out a tab, it's the middle mouse button, your scrolly wheel. So let's reload level and story and test this baby out. Test this baby out. You know what? I'm also going to unpin this because we don't need to use that anymore. All right, here we are again, starting in a good spot. And here's my friend of Yield Undead. We use this. She's going to move to this trigger. She moved to the trigger. She didn't start anything. Why is that? Why is that? Why is that? Why is that? Probably because it's a point trigger. Well, there we go. We're out. Everybody, we're out. Okay. So the reason that is because it's a point trigger. And it does not really function the same, I should say, as a box trigger does. Again, box trigger is an area trigger. Point trigger is a good move to spot. I don't think it wants to be acts as like a regular trigger. So we're going to delete the point trigger. We're going to continue using this box trigger. We're also going to call it buddy, my buddy, or buddy point. We're going to continue doing that. However, this trigger now has a different GUID. So what that means for us is that the character move to my buddy will not move to the same my buddy point. Okay. We're going to go ahead and generate definitions. And then we're going to do this. This is where I had to do this for my whole entire mod. I had to delete this, control space, or wait until this thing pops up. And then you refresh that point. All right. Notice different GUIDs. Control space before that little thing pops up and you're good. All right. Let's see here. My buddy. Okay. Let's see if that works. Let's build it. Every time you do an adjustment to a script, you must build it. You have to build it. Otherwise, that's not going to work. Okay, success, perfect, good. And reload level and story because otherwise it won't work. It's a pain in the butt. But doing this will start you from fresh. You'll be fine. Here you go. Bam. Oh, I'm with somebody else now. Look at that. We have so many people lined up there. This is great. All right, let's try this. Maybe it'll work now. So she's going to go again to the same spot, but she's still not initiating conversation with me, which makes me wonder whether or not that point was working. This is a good way to figure to do what is it called? Diagnostics, I guess. Let's change that to 1. Maybe I do need to have it as a. Oh, whoops! You know what? I just realized something. I think I have these flipped. And I'm gonna find something else. I'm gonna find let's go all the way down. Maybe I have. Oh no, it wouldn't have that. Never mind. Oops. Go back up here. No, it should work. Yeah, speaker 1 and 2. Yeah, that should work. My buddy should be having a conversation with me. So it's either the string name, which is not wrong. It's Brotalk. I copied it. Or this one right there. It needs to be automated. Did we build it? I think we built it. And we're going to have another guy join us real quick here. Seville is joined by somebody else. Oh, it's what's his name? Nope, she still does not want to initiate dialogue with us, which is odd. Which is really odd. Enter trigger, and I realize why that is now. I realize why that is. Yep. You remember that conversation I had about box triggers and event triggers? Yeah, that's why. So buddy point needs to be an event trigger. And again, that's my bad. That's my bad. Because it's being called upon. So yeah, if your buddy here enters this trigger, that should work. I hope. Let's refresh. That won't appear yet. You have to generate definitions. This is where you generate the definitions. Backspace, control, space. We'll refresh those. Good Lord, I hope this works. It should work. This should absolutely work. You're calling an event. So, you know, yes, it's going to be an event trigger. I'm going to show you how to do it wrong every single time before I do it right. Some people like learning like that. I actually like to see how to do it right the first time.
I'll need to get clever with this lock.
Ugh, I need to be clever with this lock. She enters it and she enters dialogue. There she is. Hey man, I'm here to get you out of here. Looks like the cops rolled you up something fierce, bro. What up, bro? All right. Let's go. If you remember, that was the second option. That was the second in line. So it'll choose a random dialogue option for the number 2 every single time. Let's go. Enough of the chit chat, bro. Let's get out of here. End. So that works. All right. Perfect. That's exactly what we want. That's exactly what we want to happen. So next. Oh yes, we're just getting started here. If dialogue ended, and I just remember this one. If dialogue ended, and we're talking about the specific dialogue, bro talk. If it ended, instance ID, I guess a 1 is fine. Then character get, is it get item? No. Pick up item. I think that ought to work. And I think they move to the item to pick it up. So we're talking about my buddy going to the key, special key, and event name, whatever. I don't need an event name. You can choose whatever you want, but you don't need one. Okay, so they're gonna go to pick up the key. Close parenth. Okay, we don't need to define anything. Everything's already defined. We got the buddy. They're gonna go to get the special key. If character picked up item, is that a thing? If character, oh nope, it's used item. Because when you kind of, we'll see if that works. That might work. My buddy used item special key. Then character use item character. Oops. My buddy use door, jail door, right? Or it's prison door, sorry. Okay. No string names because I don't care. Okay, close parenth. So I'm going to keep typing this out. It's the first two I just wanted to go through, but this one I'm just going to type it all out, and then we'll see step by step where I may have gone wrong. I may have gone wrong with character use item or used item. This block I might have not done that right. We'll see. I don't think. I want to say that whenever you go pick something up, you also use it because you're clicking on it and you're using it, and it's kind of an automated script thing. Like you're using, you know. We'll see if that worked. It might not. There might also be another character has nope character yeah, maybe has length has DLC. No, I want to say it is character picked up, like, you know, something, but let's scroll through. But I think it is used. Died, resurrected, dying, template. Okay, maybe that is what it, hold on a second. Template died, nope. Item temp failed, used item, moved item, moved item, moved item, entered region. Used skill. Another way you could search for it is item. Item added to character. Ah, you know what? That might be better. Let's do that. If item added to character, and this is the special key added to my buddy. Okay. Let's try that. I think that would work a little better. Okay, then character use item, my buddy goes to the prison door. Now when you say, when it says character use item and the item is way off in the distance, they're actually going to run to that item to use it. They're not going to just like, oh, here it is. You know, they're going to go to that place. So you don't have to type in, you know, move to trigger and then use the item. They'll go and do it. Whatever the distance is. Right, so character used item, and the door should open at that time. Okay. If character used that item, this is where if character used the item, door, used item, this is my buddy. Yep, this one. Used the jail door, prison door. I need a prison door. Then, and This is where it's going to get interesting. Get random position and trigger. This is an important one. Trigger name, we have the crossing, right? No, we have a random box. The trigger name is random box. Random box, and it's going to have an X, a Y, and a Z. I do that really quickly, and then I put in the commas. It's just easier, faster. Okay. So what these are is placeholders in this box. It's going to fill in these blanks once it gets that. Okay. And get random. Then this character move to random or move to position, I think. Move to position. Proc character move to position, or just character move to position. Let me look at what I want. Character running event. Real integer string. Yeah, let's just character move to position. My buddy will move to the X, Y, Z positions that it gets from that other thing. Are they running? Yes. And string event name, I don't care. All right, so what's going to happen is character my buddy used that door, the prison door. It's going to get a random position in the trigger that the random box is going to get a random point in that box. And then that character is going to move to that random point in that box, and they're going to run to that point, right? And they're going to stay there, right? So this is going to get filled in once this fires up. All right. So if you are like, oh, and you know what else is going to happen? We're going to say display text. We're going to display text. This is another way to include dialogue. Okay. My buddy is going to say, follow me, bro. All right. Just like that. Okay, at which point you should follow him, right? You should follow her. So if character, and this is gonna enter trigger. This is gonna get hairy. And let's say this character entered, and this is where we're gonna say player. Player enters the trigger, and it's the crossing trigger. Yeah, the crossing. Jeez. Crossing trigger. And remember, we don't want just any old character to cross that trigger. We want specific things to cross that trigger. We want the player, and character is player. Player 1. Then here's where we're going to start doing some stuff. And we're going to add another and. Get random position again. And it's the easiest way. If you've already done it, copy it. Bam. Get random position, another random position in the random box. Because we're going to move those dogs. Remember, when you go there, you're going to move those dogs. So the dogs, here's kind of where things start for us. So first, we're going to define the dogs. We're going to add another and up here. DB dogs, right? And we're going to just define them as, I don't think I have to have character GUID because that'll specify each dog, but we don't need, actually, yeah, we're going to do that because we want both dogs to move to different something. So underscore dogs, that's all we need. We're going to define them as dogs. Am I sure what? Do I need to define my player? I think I need a character GID. I think I'm going to have that. because I want them to. I don't know. Am I just saying I'm not sure a lot? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm sure, but I'm not sure. I think you're making fun of me, which is fine. So you have something going on here. You have the dogs going to a certain place. Now what's going to happen is those dogs are going to try to get to the same place, which is fine. One dog's going to stand there. Another dog is going to find another place. It's going to be kind of a shuffle game going on. If you don't want that, then you could do, instead of these dogs being in a group. Ah, great. Man, you're going to make me read Russian? I'm not going to read that right now. Those are long words. And I have to, I'm in something else. What you could do is, oh, it's Ukrainian even? Never mind. I don't know Ukrainian. Wrong language, bro. At any rate, you're going to have these dogs move to a different position. So we're going to have character move to position again. And it's going to be the dogs. What are they called? Jail dog. Dog 1. This is one way to do it, by the way. Jail dog 1. Burp. Just like that. It's comma there. And close it out like that. But what about the other dog, right? Character, instead of doing that, I'm just going to do it the easy way, the cheater's way, which is copy paste and do that. Jail dog 2. But they're going to still go to the same spot because it's still pulling from the same thing. So what you want to do is you want to define 2, 2, 2. And you could have this anything. You could have XYZ, you could have ABC, you could have anything you want. So it's going to get 2 positions, right? Let's give them 2 positions and we'll see the difference. We'll see the difference here. And again, you need to match those up. 2, 2, and 2. It's going to grab these for you and it's going to only apply them to this, right? All right, and we'll make sure we have closed prints. All right, when those dogs are done moving, and the other way, of course, to do it was character move to position, and just dogs will move to the XYZ locations. I don't know what I copied, so yeah. So they'll just move here. But with this, you're going to get a lot of headbutting. You're going to get some stuff going on. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. But we'll try it both ways. We'll see what kind of difference this makes. Okay, I'm going to comment it out for now, just so we could see how this works. And then we're going to comment out these 2 and one of these guys to display, how the other thing goes, how everything else goes. But I do want to actually keep this because I want the dogs to switch factions. Well, actually, a faction. Is it faction or set faction? Yeah, set faction on the dogs. And I want them to be evil NPC. And I believe this is the proper nomenclature for evil NPC. I think that's how it is. If you're confused or if you don't know, you could always do the find and replace, find all. And if I'm right, I think I'm right. Yeah, evil NPC is exactly how you want, and you want to type it just like that. There's good NPC, neutral, things like that, and you'll find it. And all you have to do is actually search set faction, and you'll see all different kinds. Oops. Find and replace. Just replace it all. Studio, you're on both channels. Very nice. So here's all the different kinds of factions you have. Look at that. You have Oil, Camp, Magister, Hostile. You have all sorts of different factions, and that's in a different editor. You can make your own faction, which is really interesting because you can make them go to you can make literally your chaotic good, your neutral good. You could follow D&D rules with this. And set it up like that. Which one hates which one? You know what I'm saying? You could do those kinds of things. So, evil NPC on the dogs. I think this will work. When the dogs are evil, they will automatically attack you. They will automatically be hostile, and you don't have to worry about things. Now, I have to make sure of one thing, and that is whether they're already evil or not. Where is their alignment? Their alignment is dog. So I don't know if they're evil already, but let's go to neutral. Let's go to neutral NPC for now. Okay. They're going to be neutral NPCs for now. They're not going to attack. They're not going to do anything. They're just going to stay there. I don't know what the alignment dog is. I think it might be just regular dog, but I couldn't be sure. Okay, so we got about 49 lines of code that should work on everything. I do still love it. I do. And now I like it a lot again because it doesn't crash, you know. So I do like it. It's, you know, I have a love-hate relationship. So let's build it. We break up all the time. But we get back together. We just get back together. I have a theory on build success. What do you know? Look at that. I have a theory about MMOs and things that like this. Noodle Boy. I don't know. I don't know what that is. I think that everybody has an MMO that they like the most, and it's usually the first MMO they play. It's usually the very first one because they get to know it the most. They get to know the systems. They get to know everything the most, and they just, you know, they spend a lot of time with it, and it's just like a relationship. And it's really hard to move on to a different MMO, and that's why so many people stick with WoW, is because, man, it's just, you know, that kind of thing. The point being is this engine is the same way. A lot of people like their engines, and it's typically the first engine that they work with. And this is the first engine that I worked with. And so, yeah, I'm going to have a love-hate relationship with it because there are things that I love about this. I love the ease at which I can maneuver around. I love how easy it is. The space bar is so intuitive for me. Everything about this is really just it works for me. You know, I understand it the most than any other engine. Knowing one engine, of course, helps you know another engine, and so on and so forth. But that's my theory. Is typically the things you fall in love with are the first ones you get to know. You know. Yeah. And see, and that's what, same thing, yeah. Okay, let's see if this works. Let's fire everything up. So she comes in, she comes over. What's up, bro? Enough with the chit chat, all right? Uh-oh. She doesn't go get it. That sucks. So we have an error. Okay, and this is an error that doesn't register, as an error, but character pickup item. So we have something here. So let's see if we have item, what we have under item. Character pickup item. Oh, I already have that. Nope, that's not going to work. That should have worked. I agree. I agree with you. That should have actually had her go and get that item. So I'm not quite sure why. It didn't. I do. I have to show everything wrong first. I have to show everything first. Every single one of these wrong things. And I want to say I'm doing it on purpose, but I most certainly am not. I'm not. I want to say that should have worked. Dima is the master of making mistakes. Yes, I am. Master of trial and error. But I want to say that should have worked. That should have worked. Item, the character, yes, that's correct. Special key, correct. No event name needed. Bro talk is correct. Maybe I'll just have character move to and move to the thing. So let's my buddy move to special key. I'm not sure how that's the integers for. Let me look that up. Like again, if you're not sure what certain procs do or characters or certain calls do, look them up, scroll all the way to the top, and it should say right here, running event. Okay, so they're going to the point and they're running or not. So yeah, I'll have her running there. So you could usually guess. Event string. Boom, close that out. Let's see, and then let's see if she'll pick it up after she moves to it. Now the special key should not have changed. It's still the same. Yes. Okay, so let's do that one. Let's build that. Because in my mod, I have a lot of scenarios where a character goes to something and uses it, and things of that nature. So actually, I don't know if a character goes to and picks up anything, though. As a player, you can pick something up, or something that you couldn't before, or, an item template is added to your inventory. But that's it. Yes, sir.
I'm trying to get the big jar of Minecraft toys, but stuff are in the way.
There's stuff in the way. Can you ask Mom? Oh, you have to wait? Okay, I'll be right back. Hold on a second. That was a lot. Oof. That's Noodle Boy. Okay. Oh, you saw my mess? Oh, jeez, how embarrassing. I'm a hoarder. He's not coming back. She's coming back. All right. What's up, bro? End the dialogue. Oh, come on, man. What's going on with you, lady? Come on, buddy. Do the thing that you're supposed to do. Let's see if there's a... Trying to path, low C in position. Nope, that's not the error that I want. Actually, hold on. Trying to find a path for low C. You know, here's another thing we're gonna do, real quick. We're gonna generate this AI because you know what I didn't do? I didn't actually generate it. So now there's certain things you can't do. So let's reload level. So now you can't just go outside that wall like you could before. What? She still doesn't do it. Why not? Why not? She's supposed to go over there, pick up that key. Go get that key. Can't reach. I can't reach this key. It's still locked. So she's not going to talk to you again. See that? She's not talking to you again. Even if you do that. Which, by the way, if you try to open that again and she's out of that trigger, she will try to go talk to you again. So, you know, there's some coding there to prevent that. Like you set a flag, like she has talked to you already. So she's not going to do it again. Character moves to. I'm not sure why she's not going to the special key. I don't know why she's not going there. I don't know why she's not picking that up. She should, though. She absolutely should. Character pickup item. Let's see how they use it. Ta-da. Find all. Because this is important, too. So, character item. Yep, okay. And let's see. Character somebody. But that's not player item, character, player item, player, jar, my buddy, tavern, item, surprise date, thief bag. Character item. That looks like it should work because it has it right here where this character, the tavern surprise date thug leader, goes over and picks up surprise date thief bag. But I'm not sure if they move to it like that. I don't know if it's transferred or what. So that might not work. So I don't know why the character won't move to that item either. So that's the GUI string, and it's like she's stuck there all of a sudden, which is odd. I must say. I agree. I agree. And I'm not sure why it's not. That's the only one. I'll give it an event name. Buddy picks up item. You could use those event names, you know, later on, but this is the problem. Dialogue ended. Bro talk. Yeah, the dialogue ended. I mean, I could do some other things, like if the character's in trigger, or you know, but that shouldn't matter. This is a dialogue end type thing. It is. I could refresh it. It is just that one, right? It's the special key, and it's the same thing. It's the special item key. I could do that, yeah. Yeah, maybe that makes a difference, yeah. Maybe that makes a difference. You shouldn't, but maybe that makes a difference. Let's build it. Maybe she just doesn't know. She's like, is it an? What is this thing? Is it a? What the fuck is it? What am I doing? What am I supposed to do? You know. So she's confused. Like this thing? No, I'm not gonna pick it up. No, I don't know what it is. Is it an item? Is it an elephant? Is it a rock? And also, let's see if it can be picked up. Can fight, can join. Okay, that's fine. Paid in. Click through, can be picked up. So that's high. That's good. It's all good. Stop it. Let's reload level and story here. You only have a 2-second delay? That's really nice. It must have caught up, which is good, which is great. I do have low latency on for this reason, so I can communicate with all of you. Locked. Hey man, I appreciate it. Let's get out of here. She still doesn't do it. That bastard. Why not? Buddy, you're failing me, buddy. Is my buddy the right one? I mean, is that the right GUID? Did I change something with her? It's my buddy, right? This is the only one. What message? In the messages. Icon talking cache overflow, more than one effect. Of course it is, of course. All right. Constant script for unknown objects is invalid with the handle blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. These guys appear again. The B744944A38 doesn't exist. Dialogue instance request automated state does not match the dialogue file. Pro talk. Okay, so the automated thing, we'll have to change that. Speaker and interactive dialogue. Oh, you know what? Yes, that could be an error. Okay, the automated dialogue, I think, is still going. It's thinking that the dialogue is still going. You know what I mean? Can't read it. Well, too bad. You're gonna have to read it. Can't you just? I'm just gonna read it to you. Don't worry about it. Right. I mean, it's not all the way in front of it. It's just, you know, barely. You're gonna have to like wait until I scroll. More errors appear than you could see. You know what I mean? Actually, I could move my camera. Where is it not impeding stuff? Where would it not impede? Ooh, wrong thing to grab. Let's grab this. Let's move it right here. This bottom right here. Right bottom. You don't need to see the preview of stuff, you don't think? Right here is good? You don't want like on the side somewhere? The preview is not that important. All right, I'll cover up the preview completely, just like that. What do you think about that? All right. Oh, whoops. God damn it. Okay. Let's do that. I think it finished, right? Did I load this? I think I did it. I'm not sure though. Damn it. Threw me off track, man. Okay. Man, at least I hope that's what that was. I hope that it's because I like your hair today. It's cool, man. Enough to chit chat. Nope, still doesn't do it. Of course not. Of course not. You know why? I probably didn't build it. That's probably why. I probably did, but I probably didn't. Now another thing that could happen, that could be happening, is I need to reload the whole engine. And that could just be the thing. I seem to recall dialogues doing that. The error message was something else. Here, I'll show you. Let's see what the error message is. Now that we built it. Okay. Oh, look at all this. Trying to path, low C, okay. Trying to find player position, blah, 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 outside of... Oh, what? Outside of AI grid. Why? Why would you path low C? That's not... That's her walking around though, right? Let's see what happens. Oh, this low C. What the hell? She's trying to do something? No. That's not... yeah, ignore that one. So I'm going to go ahead and open project. Let's see if reloading the whole entire project does something. Yes, the jail. Jail, please. Trying to apply a companion preset to character which is not a player yet. Make player first. A visual empty something or other walk on. Who asked for this tutorial? You're right. Who did? And are they still here? Wouldn't it be nice if everything just worked as it's supposed to be? I like your hair today. It's cool, bro. There she goes. I knew it. Knew it. Just a project. Okay, there she goes. Picked it up. She got it. She's going to unlock it. Hey, man, what's up, bro? Okay. So that's weird. Okay, so she's going to go to that position. She's going to go to that position. There it is. That's all that happens. So what we're going to do is I have some fixes that I got to do here. Let's exit this out before we do anything else because something happened that I forgot. I just forgot. So if you have issues, just try reloading the project first. All right, so she's going to go pick up that item, right? And here's kind of what it's going to be fishy. Well, not fishy, but kind of something. All right, we're going to do a object set flag. And we're gonna, my buddy is going to set the flag already met. Okay. No instance needed, but what the hell? We'll just do it anyway. Okay, and what's gonna happen is we're gonna add another thing. Object get flag, and this is my buddy, and she's gonna see if the already met flag has been fired, and we're gonna say nope, it has not been fired, and that's it. So what's gonna happen is the character enters trig in my buddy into the my buddy point. And character is player, whatever, and this is for the later stuff. And object get flag. So the object, which is my buddy, they're gonna see if this already met flag is on her. It is not. If it's not, then you're going to go ahead and start this dialogue and set that flag. So if this flag has been set, she's not going to re-trigger into dialogue, right? So when she's going to pick up this, my buddy is going to pick up that object, the key, the special key, and then she's going to run back to me to use that key on that prison door. Well, she's re-entering that trigger when she does that, which fires up that dialogue, right? Because she's entering that trigger. Well, we don't want her to fire up that dialogue when she re-enters that trigger. We just want her to do it once. So this is a good way to do it without the dialogue, not in dialogue editor. You just do an object get flag already met is a 0, perfect. Object set flag already met. It's going to set it on my buddy. So she's already got it. She's not going to do it again. This is just an instance. Sometimes people confuse this as a Boolean. It's not. It's just an instance and stuff happens. Not a big deal. All right. Now she should not re-trigger once she has that dialogue. So we're going to build again, and we're going to reload everything. This could get very technical very quickly because you're going to start finding errors. When you have more things happening like this, you're going to start finding little errors that happen and re-triggers. So what I like to do is this exactly right here. When you learn the code, you're going to be kind of fluent in it, and you're going to imagine things going pretty smoothly. And what you want to do is just type it all out. Just type everything that you have envisioned step by step. And start with, well, how I did in the beginning, your order of operation. This is what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen. And write it down if you have to. And especially when it's very long and complicated. You have little step-by-steps. And these little keyframes, like in animation. This is where things are going to go. And then from there, exactly to the next point. Turning point, I should say. So you have straight line, turning point down. Well, you need to define what happens there. They're going to turn. That's a key point. That's a keyframe. All right. Back to this. There's like 15,000 collars lying around here. They keep coming off. All right, let's go. See. Yeah, okay. Open project. Playground. Son of a bitch. Jail. Nicely done. Thank you, sir. Okay. Whew. All right. Now that we know. I seem to recall, I think actually it was Windmere saying like, hey man, having dialogue issues. It's probably because of some other crap. Reload the project. So there it is. For some reason I can't handle it. Hey man, I like your hair today. It's cool, man. All right. And then she's going to go get that key. She's not running, which she should be. And then, oh, wait, you know what? That's a different thing. Follow me, bro. She's saying that. All right, you're going to follow her. She's going to a random location. You see her? She picked a random location. Now we're going to test out. I'm not yet in this event trigger, which goes across. We're going to test out these dogs, right? And you see they're neutral on the map. They're neutral, which is great. All right, we're going to see exactly what happens. Boom. They turned evil. They're going to pick a random location in the box. And they're going to attack us. Right? So they're not going to stop until they have a location in mind, which is great. Bam, dog. What's up, dog? Ugh. Oh, hey, why does he get to go again? Oh, she's not controlled. So she's going for me. Now, I don't have equipped anything, so I'm going to have to do all the work. I don't know how I have the crossbow. I should not have the crossbow, but I do. The starting character will most likely not have anything like that, right? Look at all this blood everywhere. Yes, I love it. Ah. You're fired. Oh, whoops. And my buddy's dead. Now I'm the one rescuing her. Well, I just killed her ass, so let's see what she's got. Ooh, she's got the key. That's the special key, by the way. So she's got it in her inventory. She's got 24 gold and some muddy mittens. That's cool. What does the dog have? Raw red meat, of course. Of course. What does this dog have? Raw lumpy giblets. All right, that's cool. Well, anyways, that is the basics of that. It worked out. We could check out how this other thing works, how the dogs move. Oh, was it grilled meat? I thought it was something else. So we could check out, instead of the 1 and 2, we could just see how the dogs interact with just the one group thing here. So let's build that. Now, I have done something else. I have done a thing where your character, your playable character, follows an NPC, and you can't do anything about it. You cannot move your character. You can't do anything until they've reached a destination. I've done that before, and that's to prevent them from, the player from breaking the game, I should say, because there are so many ways to break this game. There's a way like, oh, that guy's off to do something cool. They could be off doing something. You could go somewhere else. You don't have to abide by that rule. So it's a way to force the game. Reload story and events, because once they're dead, they're dead. You reload this game, it's going to stay the same. So reload stories and everything. Let's try it out now. Okay, let's undo these, undo this. Full screen it. There we go. Hyphen Benmezd. And it's probably not going to work because of this other douchebag that's here. So let's do it anyway. Like your hair, cool. Yep, I knew it. I knew it. That son of a bitch. I don't know why that doesn't work every time. You know what I mean? That's so strange. Maybe I got to get rid of all those other starts. I think that's the problem, is the 3 other start points, and it keeps wanting to load in another guy, you know? Knock it off, engine. All right, here we go. Bam bow. Things happen pretty fast, so let's go. Enough with the chit chat. She's gonna go get that item, which is great. Walk back. Open it up. Follow me, bro. All right, I'll go. All right, now especially pay attention to the dogs. So she's got her random location in this box. She's already got it. That's it right there. It's pretty. It's on the outskirts. All right. Pay attention to the dogs. Let's see what happens, how they interact. Okay. Do they pick their spots? Yes, they do. There you go. So that's an easy way to also do location stuff. Now, they may have had a problem. They may have said like, oh, whoops, I'm already here. You should go somewhere else. And that's probably exactly what happened. We just didn't see it. It happened so fast that it just happened. But there was a slight little bit of hiccup. If you noticed, there was a slight little thing. I don't know if that was because we were activating in combat or if they were deciding on a location. And when I say deciding on a location, I mean they were deciding on hundreds of locations. And they finally stopped conflicting. One time there was an issue where my characters at the beginning of the village, when I said, hey man, get out of here, I don't want you in a party. Well, I picked a random location and they'd go running around for a long time before they set on a location. Well, it was because they kept on picking locations that were occupied for some reason. So they kept on turning back and going somewhere else. So this works. What's this do? So flesh sacrifice. Lame. All right, so the next thing to do after the combat here, she's gonna punch and kick. What does she do, like karate or something? What is this? Uh-oh, am I bleeding? I was bleeding. Ugh, it's gonna be hard to kill. She might die just on her own. I ain't doing jack shit to this dog. Ow! Stop it. Stop it. Kill you, man. I'll have to.
Glory is mine.
Glory is mine. Okay, and let's attack this guy. Oh, you son of a bitch. Alright. We're gonna have to give her a weapon. We're gonna have to give her something. Let's reload. I'm also gonna get rid of those other 3 start points, because I think that's the error I'm getting, is because of those 3 asshole points. Okay. Oh, is she bleeding? What's going on over there? Oh, they're going to attack her. Oh, why? Oh, because they're still evil. That's why. So, see, that's where you want to reload like everything. Story and level. But we're going to reopen the project so we're clean. Oops, what the hell did I just do? Oh, good. Okay.
Can you help me put the head back on? You could actually take the head off.
Yeah?
Yeah, for real. Even on a villager.
Well, yeah, it's really morbid. Oh, man. I don't care. All right. Good to go. Veiled. Is she? Whoa, she looks cool, dude. I like her. Is she purple? She is purple. Purple skeleton. Purple skeleton. So I'm going to give her some equipment because, boy, that sucks when she doesn't have anything, right? Let's give her some stuff. Equipment. Male hero. Why male hero, huh? Why does it have to be a male hero? I think we're going to have to go with... when do I start a new big campaign? Well, I have a new big campaign. It's still in the works, of course, but I do have one. Let's go with class. Fighter. What do you want? A fighter, human. Let's go with that. Set. That's the equipment, and let's see if there is something else here.
Can you help me with this?
What happened? Well, I don't know what to do with this. What's going on?
Not the arm.
I don't have a head.
No, this part. The crack.
How did you even get it open, man? I don't even know, man. You sure that's how it's supposed to go? I think you're supposed to have like something in there. Okay. Go. Get out of here. Kids, man. That's what you get. Items is in their item inventory. That doesn't mean they're equipping it. So I think that just the equipment, this is the class, this is what they have. I think that's all you need, but I'm gonna take a look and close that door, man. Hey, Liam, can you close the door? All right. Scripts, that's fine. Let's give her different stats because she's just a citizen here. Let's fight her. Let's see if she has fighter. Human fighter. There we go. I think now she should be good. Yes. Oh, yeah. She's got a sword. Look at that. Look at that sword over there. Yeah, baby. Come over here. Archmage. Look at her. What's up, bro? Chit chat. All right, bro. Let's do it. Just gonna get that thing. Get that other thing back here. Let's do it. Follow me, bro. Let's follow her, bro. And let's watch the dogs again and see what happens. They rush in and they're good. I think that's good. That's phenomenal. That works really well. Ugh. What? Burning. Yes. Yes. burning. That's all we need. Set him on fire, man. How are you missing? There we go. Do some damage for goodness sakes. I mean, crap. So if you notice, she's got armor now. She's good. She's solid over there. Bam. Bam. All right. So what do we do now, right? So she's just sitting there and she's just kind of like not doing anything, right? So you could do something like, hey, join character, or after the fight, story end. That's it. The end. You're out of here. You're good to go. You could have her join. You could go into another dialogue if these dogs are dead. Have another little discussion. This could be an event name. If event name is over or something like that, you can move on. Hold on a second. If I only had the force. So anyways, this can be gotten rid of. I think that it works well enough just the way it is, just like that. If character died, this is an event, character died, and we're going to say dogs, because we want the dogs to die. And let's define the dogs. Where are they, dogs? Right here. DB dogs. Define the dogs. Now, I don't know if this will trigger when all dogs have died or when one dog has died. So that could be difficult. I want to say that adding this little value here might do something like it'll trigger all dogs, But I think you're right. I think when all dogs, or when one dog has died, that's when stuff will happen. So that's another thing, is how do you check, right? And character is dead. Dogs. Yes. This might work. I don't know. Then start. Oh, there's another proc _ start dialogue. Here we go. I guess. I don't know. Yeah. That's what I want to happen, but I hope that that's the way it happens. Sometimes it doesn't. So integer 0 for non-automated. String is bro talk. Bro talk. And we're gonna have my buddy talk to the player. Right? Is that how I have it? My buddy talk to the player. Yep. Okay. That's good. We're also going to set string, where we're going to set a flag. Player set flag. Nope. How is it? Set flag. User set flag. Player is not defined. You're correct. You're right. You're correct. Under player, set flag, dogs dead. Right, this is important. 1. All right, let's define the player. And remember, DB underscore is player. GUID. Oh, you know what? I don't need that, right? I just need to is player. Player. Because I don't need to define a specific player, just the player. I don't know if I need to do the character is player anymore. I think I'm good with that, but maybe I'll just do it anyway. But I'm not sure if you have to actually have that. Okay. This is important. Dog's dead. User set flag. And I'm actually going to put it up before. Oops. That starts. You do not need this one. Yeah, I didn't think so either. I didn't think so either. Okay. But you might be lying to me, but I don't think you need that one, to be honest. All right, so what's going to happen is character died. Hopefully, when the dogs, all dogs are dead, user is going to set flags, dogs dead, and then proc start dialogue, bro talk. All right, so why would I do that? All right, why would I use bro talk? I'll show you why. I'm going to build it. Oof, I'm getting close to my time. This triggers for both dogs? Okay. Well, we'll see. We'll see, my friend. Open bro talk. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to actually make another dialogue greeting, but this one will only fire if certain conditions are met. And it's going to check a flag. It's going to check a user flag called, that's not the one. Dog is dead. It's going to check for that flag on that user. It's going to say, hey man, you got this flag going on? And it's going to ask the player, not my buddy, but the player, if this is active on the player. It's the only time this greeting will fire up. Holy shit. That was awesome. Bro. Okay. You're going to say, yeah, dude. Sweet as hell. All right. We're going to go with another answer. Let's team up. All right. So here we go. It's not optional. That is an end node. But also we're gonna do something with it called flags to set. And it's gonna be on you. Actually, might not be on you. It's gonna be on my buddy. If my buddy has. Join group. Join group, we gotta remember that. All right. So it's gonna set that flag on my buddy. Join group. And save. Okay. So when that's over, if let's see what flags there are for reds here. Object, global object. I think I'll have to use object. Yeah, I think object is good. Object set flag. And the flag name is join group. On speaker. I guess I want to say my buddy, right? My buddy. Then here's kind of when it gets tricky, because party stuff is kind of weird. So I'm gonna go ahead and look at this. Join. I'm gonna find all and join, and I might get like 1 million results on this. That might have been a really bad thing to look for. Character join party, I think, is what I'm looking at. But that one's joined party, so. Those are journals, waypoints, owls. Let me try to remember how I did it. Once you mess around with the script, you kind of rarely revisit it, you know, so it's going to happen. Set can join no, that's not what I want. Let's see what party party. Is it add to party? Maybe join party. I think maybe join party. Let's see what happens there. No. Maybe join party? Because it's not just join party. There's a lot of things to look for. All right, let's see. First off, let's just character join. Nope. Character add to party. I think that's what it is. Character add to player character add to party. I think you have to do both of these, but I'm gonna see what it is. Let's search it again. See, and I'm not sure about that, because there might be something else. Character at the party. Player party, good. But there's more. There's more to it. Okay. But maybe not. Maybe there's not. So I'm in the party members thing here, and there's some steps. Make other party characters controlled by the same player AI controlled. You know, non-avatar, record avatar bond to restore later. You know, there's a whole bunch of different things. You are sure. Make the hero alignment hostile against the alignment of the kicked hero and vice versa. Also, other players individual because their individual rations have other. So let's go all the way to the top. So let's see here. Check for party size. Oh, great. This is nice. They have this. That's great. Then, and I need to look at that. This is exactly what I have on my other one. It does not work. It does not want to do it. Okay, recruit dismiss after dialogue. Object set flag remove. Okay, from party after dialogue. Then object clear flag. Party member dismiss after dialogue. If dialogue ended and global party member dismiss after dialogue get involved. If dialogue ended, recruit. This is remove stuff. Okay, recruit a party member. Proc party members check add. Global blah blah blah. Members add. First time recruits. See, they do a really complicated a complicated way. So if you notice, so that this is going to happen. So party members add origin player, whatever. There's a proc that they do, and what happens is then the character recruits the character. The character disables all crime. Assign character to player. Register player triggers. So, and this is like, you know, some complicated stuff, because that character becomes a player now, and you have to register that player to register to triggers, because otherwise they won't go off. Global party members set party dialogue, in-party dialogue. So if you plan on having in-party dialogue, that's one. Set faction, the same as player faction, right? DB is player. You add the character to your player database. Not DB global party members default faction. You remove their original faction. Character attached to group. That's when you see the thing joins up, and it's going to check if the party's full. Check if the party's full the first time recruited. Party members recruited. Avatar bond if different. Bond avatar tutorial. Characters set corpse lootable. And party members add hook. Okay. So what I want is kind of everything, but I'm going to delete some of them. Right. So after that little thing goes off, then we're going to just do all this. Character recruit character. Now we're getting into some hairy stuff here. Okay, we have non-defined things here, right? We just want one character, and it's going to be who the character is first, and it's my buddy. All right, recruited by the player. Character disables all crime. So this is my buddy, is going to disable all crime. Assign character to player. My buddy is going to be assigned to me now. My buddy. Proc register player triggers. So this now, you know, my buddy is going to be assigned to those triggers, to everything that the player can activate, you know. Global party members set in-party dialogue. I don't need this. I'm not going to have in-party dialogue. I'm just going to have other things. Set faction. We're going to have my buddy set to player faction. But what is the player faction, right? Oh, that's a good one. Player is player now, so my buddy. Now you notice all these little underscores. These are already defined in databases, so that's what they use, and they do this so you have a shorter, you know, scripting time and faster scripting time. My buddy. Character attached to group, important right here. My bud. Check if the if party is full. We're gonna get rid of that because we're just doing this one-time thing. Check first time recruited. We're not gonna do that because that's not something we need. Global party members recruitment avatar bond if different. Don't care about that. Proc bonded avatar tutorial. Don't care about that. Set corpse lootable. Yeah, if I kill somebody. Moo buddy, my buddy. And add hook. I don't know what that does, but I'll put it in there. All right, this is probably not going to work. I don't think it will, at least. I have a few things that are not defined, such as party dialogue faction. And if you notice, this is a proc, and it's not an if-then kind of thing. This is a proc. It's a proc that's going on. from Tommy. I don't know Tommy's stuff. I don't know. Does he even have anything out for me to steal anything from? Doubtful. So we're gonna go to my buddy, my buddy, and player faction. Actually, I don't know if I want that or not. So this is probably not going to build well. It's going to give me errors. I already have a feeling. I do have my own party recruit thing that works very well, and I'll have to look at it. This is one of the more complicated things to do. Surprised, nothing. There it goes. There it goes. Okay. Wow, only one thing here. Oh, I forgot to define the player, huh? That's it. Wow. I could steal from my stuff, yes. And DB is player. Play. Play on, playa. Let's try to build that. Surprised nothing else popped up. I could actually do it from my own stuff. I could. But this is a testing, so I'm not going to even bother with stuff. Okay, build success. I'm surprised. I'm actually surprised with that. So let's reload the story and see if it actually even works. The build might work fine, but whether or not everything else works that's the real test. Oh, yeah. I guarantee it won't work. Let's open project. There's that love-hate thing going on. Why do I need to do this? All right. Every time. All right. Clear. I for sure thought maybe just one would do it, but I guess not. What's up, bro? Let's do it. Follow me. Ooh, that's far away. Oh man, right to me. Look at that bastard. I'm bleeding already. Man, my buddy sucks at hitting targets. Let's poison this bastard. And let's set this guy on fire. If he's making me bleed. How interesting how the blood replaces the poison. Yeah, let's just kill this dog. Yes, sir. All right. Hey, man. Look at that. It worked. So after both dogs are dead, hey, man, I'm here to get you out of here. And look at this. That's the wrong dialogue. Like your hair. It's cool, man. Let's get out of here. So the wrong dialogue fired up, which is fine. That'll happen. He knew it. Yeah. Dog is dead on the thing. Oh, you know what? Hold on a second. Dog is dead. Player, dog is dead. Huh. Oh, you know what? Yes. Yes, the reason that it's going to check whether or not the dog is dead here. And we're going to uncheck it. So the dog is not dead here. Yes. Correctamundo, my friend. Correctamundo. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I hate it when I close out. Let's reload the project. Well, if you knew a man, why aren't you... Well, no, I'm just kidding. You're good. You're good help, Stu. I appreciate you. You're a good reminder. Good at reminding. Oh, good. I got the winch. I like the winch. The winchy winch. She got poison bottles. What's up, bro? Let's do it. So you get kind of a different thing every time. You know, she's gonna go different places, and that's kind of nice. I like doing that. I like different. Oh, she's in the middle of flipping her wand, dude. Why would you do that? Oh yes, teamwork. Hey man. Fine, you want to do this? Let's do it this way. Man, she sucks. Good lord. Dog's gonna burn to death before she even hits him. There we go, almost done. Almost done here. Oh, what? No, I didn't want to do that, dog. Okay. Holy shit, that was awesome, bro. Yeah, dude, sweet as hell. Let's team up. End that conversation. And nothing happened. All right. So this is where the testing is important. All right, so that didn't work. All of those things, character, right? So maybe instead of that, character join. Is it character join party? Is it add to party? Add to party. Is it add to player character or character? Oh, I think it's add to player character. Add to character. Add to party, you think? Party, you son of a bitch! Party, Jesus! My bud is gonna be part of my team, right? And yeah, my butt. How about all this other thing? You know, how about all this other crap? Will it even matter? You know? So what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna comment everything out and see, and just build it like that, and just see what happens. Save build. Do we need all this other crap? We'll see. We'll see. The reason they have all this other crap is probably because it gets very technical where they are, where they're coming from, because they have to they have all this other crap that they have to deal with, like player relations and junk. Like, psh, dude, come on, man, I don't want that. I don't care if my player hates me, you know, or whatever, or these players don't get along. I don't give a crap. I'm the master. You shall, control your people.
Fasten tight.
Fasten tight. What's up, bro? Hold on now. going on? Why aren't you doing the thing? You're not doing your thing at all now. What the hell? What happened? It's all good, right? I mean, it is all good. I built it, right? Yeah, I'll look at the messages. Hold on. Just hold on to your butts. Man, I got like 10 minutes left. So I gotta fix this like in 10 minutes. This is the longest 3-hour beginning tutorial that's not really a tutorial ever. But I did give him a heads up. I did say, I am not a pro at this. I am but a mere... Oh, what's going on here? Constant script for unknown objects is invalid. I got some constant... Okay, creating more than one effect. Yeah, this stuff. Constant script item doesn't exist. Batter doesn't exist. What is this? E something or other? What is this one? Nope, it's not in this one. I gotta go pick up some groceries. I gotta do some stuff outside of this room. Yeah, it's quite the day I have today. On Sundays, yeah, I have groceries on Sundays. Yes, that's when we pick up groceries. Is on Sundays, typically. It's all just there waiting for me to get. Poor people. Yeah, well, I mean, some people work on Sundays, some people don't. That worked somehow. That was good. Follow me, bro. I guess it doesn't work with the red prince. He doesn't like it. Oh. Jeez, she needs a better... I should make her like level 5. I'm tired of this. Whoops. Well, we're on fire. We're all burning. We're all dead. Yes. Let's get out of here. Oh no. Let's get out of here. What? He just ran out? Oh, look at that. See what just happened? I don't know if you just saw it. Well, it clicked over. It was an accident. It was clicked over. I didn't want it to be right there. Let's just take some of this healing potion here. Petrifying touch. Oh, I can't petrify him. That's all right. What happened was I re-entered this event trigger, and that caused him to do his thing, if you noticed. He chose another random position in that turn. There. Yeah, dude, sweet as hell. Let's team up. Did not. That did not work. So it is not. She's still not in a party. Right. Oof. What's going on with him? Is he all right? Okay. Let's back out. There's some stuff that I'll have to look up. I'll have to get back to you on that. There are quite a few things that will happen. So your sureness was not so good there. Studio, sorry, man. I knew there was going to be a problem with it. Adding to party is something weird. And I have to, and maybe it's the join group on my buddy. Maybe that's what's going on. Maybe because it's this thing right here isn't firing up correctly. And I could, it could be many things. It was probably this flag, actually. Whoa! Whoa! Dude, thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. Holy shit. That is very kind of you, sir. I will have a steak dinner. Actually, I won't. I will use that to buy more San Pellegrinos. Italian lemonade. Because I love San Pellegrinos. Or I'll just keep making videos. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it. Stick around, and I'll go back to my Pyramid of Shadows, where I do have access to script, where I do have access to my stuff, and I could show you how I did that. And this was a ton of trial and error, not just a little bit like here. This was days and days, weeks and weeks of trial and error, and some things still aren't working correctly. Like my Party Max is not working correctly, and maybe my schedule times are Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. And on Tuesday, I think I'll get into that. Because that is something I'd like to fix. I have a lot of things have fixed already, and I'd like to fix even more, especially when the terrain is fixed. So, you are afraid? You're afraid of what? What are you afraid of? Oh, okay. I am afraid I cannot attend you. Yes, I know. It sucks, but yeah, you're like, how late is it over there? Aren't you? You're supposed to be sleeping now, huh? It's like midnight, the studio. The studio's all the way across the country, the world, not the country. Oh, okay, 10 p.m. That's fine. That's good. That's not bad. I thought it was a 12-hour difference. I guess it's just 10. Rock and roll then. Well, very well. Studio is in, if I recall correctly, Germany. So, but maybe not. I think it is Germany. I want to say Germany. So it's very nice having you here because it's a huge time difference, and it's always me coming on late and him just like waking up, and then by the time I get off, he's just like, "Meh, I was here for 10 minutes." So it's nice to catch studio in, and he's also knowledgeable, and he's a good guy. Gives me a lot of guff. Thank you for your donation, sir. I very much appreciate it. I didn't catch it if it popped up. As far as the time difference, it sucks. But I would like to visit Germany one day and check things out. Unless it does suck over there right now. Which, who knows? You know, everything kind of sucks, everything right now. At least that's what people say. I don't know about that. It doesn't suck here. And everywhere I've traveled so far hasn't sucked. So, anyways, you guys have a good night, studio. Have a good morning, afternoon, the rest of you. Alaska sucks. It's pretty warm right now, and it's only dark for 3 months. It's only dark for 3 months, and then it rebounds. And you know what? It gets dark everywhere else at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, right? And here in the summertime, it's like light all the time. It doesn't get dark. And so you just do things. You could do things forever. You just need 4 hours of sleep, right? Right now, the sun rose at like 6 a.m. or 5 a.m. or something. It doesn't go down until 10, 11. It's great. Oh, there's still a lot of people. There's a lot more people than you think. It's getting more populated. But anyways, I am out of here for today. I gotta go do stuff. I gotta live my life. Let's go to the hanging out portion of this. No credits still. Man, that sucks. All right. Anyways, goodbye YouTube. Goodbye Twitch. Thanks for watching, and I will again resume on Tuesday. I will go into more on the Divinity side, the bigger mod, and then I'll show you what I'm working on currently, which is the Sepulchre of Rot. Again, I think that's how you pronounce it. And just slowly working on that, building that up. I'm not going to be doing scripting on that, but Oh yeah, stickers. I guess if you I forgot. Yeah, if you subscribe to Twitch, my Twitch channel, you get a free sticker every month. That is true. That is very true. And I have one to give out this month. It's coming up. It's coming up in 3 days. I have to send out my subscribers. I think I only have 2. But that's okay. I'm good with that. And Studio, I think you did you sub Aloe? Why don't you just give me your address? I ship internationally, dude. It's fine. Just send me your Discord address or your address on Discord. It'll be a nice sticker. Trust me, you'll love it. I don't know where you're gonna put it. You can put it on your butt if you want, but it's something nice to give back to my viewers and my subscribers. So, at any rate, you guys have a good one. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on Tuesday.